Hey, what's going on, everybody? The Almost in Full Color crew is back. Happy holidays to you all. Hope you're having a really good one. How's everybody here doing?
Merry Christmas.
I was going
Oh,
to say,
wow.
Happy holidays in here.
I was going to say Merry Christmas, man.
I don't know. It could be happy holidays. I felt like being controversial.
Wow.
Merry Xmas.
Everybody,
That's my
okay.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that's my,
That's even worse.
what do you call it? When you don't get what you want, but you get some of what you want? My concession, but it's not concession.
I don't know.
You know what it is.
I don't know the word right
You
now.
do know the word.
Have your cake and eat it?
I guess.
Compromise.
Okay.
I knew Roger knew what else had to get it from.
Well,
All right.
well, the Video Game Awards just went down. I feel like this is a good place to start. Let's start unpack. So, like before, how did y'all feel about the Video Game Awards itself in terms of production, length?
I'm trying to remember last year's to compare, because I did feel this year was just world premieres, and then it was like, oh, we have this award, okay, more world premieres, and I can't remember if it's been like that for a while or not.
Was it long enough?
It was
It
like
was 3 hours.
It was too long. That is why I'm here. That is the only reason I'm here. That turns out it was too long.
All right.
Okay.
But yeah, it was about 3 hours. And some of that I wish they could like cut down in certain ways. Like the citizens in gaming, I feel like on that you could throw it up on a YouTube channel.
Wow.
And-
Wow.
Whoa.
Don't care about
No, I'm saying
No,
that
no.
you could throw up for like a 15
that train
minutes,
that's
30
trying to
minutes
improve
segment.
his life. Throw that off to the side.
Here we go.
The kid
Mm.
that had fought diseases and is great now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot
The
what
kid's dad committed suicide. Yeah.
Throw it off to the side.
Yeah.
Wow.
Throw that all off to the side, kid.
No, I feel like they could have really did something leading up to the Game Awards, just spotlighting each person.
Keep us at home, banging the table. Stick to gaming. I come here for release from my life, but you bring the life into it.
All right. Well, outside of that, I guess before that gets any worse.
It was going. I had to stop it. I was like, whoa, bring it back.
How did you guys,
Oh,
or did you
bro.
guys think like Disco Elysium won? Well, I guess did the Game Awards do anything for you that you felt like you would have gotten if you didn't watch it?
No, I mean they kind of did the whole announcements of trying to build it up to. I guess everybody kind of watched it more so for the trailers than anything else, because that's all they kept saying was before that. It's like Nintendo has some more coming, but you have to watch the Game Awards. And I'm like, who paid money for this?
You know, it's kind of like people's YouTube videos. I'm happy that we're not guilty of this, but they'll have like a real clickbaity title, and then they'll like no, you do that part, but I'm saying, but they won't tell you to the exact like near the end of it. They'll just fill it with filler,
Okay.
and you're like, I came here for one thing.
Yeah,
Just get to it.
yeah. I've only done one clickbaity thumbnail, and that's it.
I think yours was the pulling it. He said, I pulled one of these on my first go. I was like, what did he pull? And I sit there for all the time, and I was like, oh, okay.
It was only the shiny Mewtwo. It was like $100 at the
Should
time.
have told him there.
I mean, that video hasn't had views in a while. I think we can tell people now, or we could just throw it in the eye and one of these corners.
Go back and watch it.
So we'll start with the first major announcement, which was the Xbox Series X. I hate the name, but I actually like the look of it. So for this to be the
Shocked you like the look of it.
rollout,
Huh.
it looks like a box.
It looks like a PC tower. That's
It does.
Yeah.
I was just shocked you like the look.
Well, I was
I
saying,
mean,
do we see Keith buying a tower for a PC soon?
no, I just like the look of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
That's all.
think Keith's
I mean,
gonna buy a PC.
I can see why they went that way. I mean, they're Microsoft.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it helps ventilation a lot because it looked like it had it all open, so I'm assuming it's just going to feed air from the bottom up.
yeah.
I didn't see if the bottom had an opening though.
It
Like,
should
as far as,
have
like,
legs or
so-
something.
yeah, I didn't see if it had legs or not.
Mhm.
I don't remember.
Or just shooting that out. But yeah, other than that, I always thought of consoles as more slim than that. And that, like I said, looks like a PC tower. It's a smaller one. I mean, it looks like a square instead of a rectangle, but I'm shocked they did go that route.
Yeah, I was pleased.
I wish
don't
they
know
took
about
out the
you
disk
all.
drive, but
The disk drive wasn't a very odd spot.
Because they're slowly going to fade out.
That's a very odd spot for it, but
they'll always have disc drives, but it won't be on the console. They're going to sell them like Xbox 360 did back in the day when they tried to do HD DVD. Remember that peripheral that was like $200? That's what they're going to do. They're going to phase it out and they're going to sell it as a USB accessory for people who want to play physicals.
If Microsoft is listening, please make sure you give us a portion if y'all do this. Just putting it out there. Yeah, we would like a portion.
Just don't do it.
Well, it makes sense on console because it takes space up.
Yeah, they're going to do it. I'm telling you.
It's like the headphone jack on phones all over again.
They're not doing the cloud stuff for nothing.
Yeah, they're definitely moving towards that way, but
I was saying
I'm just not ready yet.
Too.
Like
for the next generation, I'm still to the good.
Don't worry.
Yeah. No, PS5, Xbox X Series.
Yeah. Now we just gotta wait for the PlayStation 5 reveal and how it looks.
Speaking of the PS5
it doesn't look
reveal,
like the patent that's being seen.
I feel like they couldn't be any more different in terms of kind of announcing their consoles. I mean, I guess we knew they were coming, but Xbox actually showing you theirs and PS5 actually just giving you a game that's going to be exclusive to it. And
I think PlayStation might be changing their design.
But I hope that
I feel like that the real design did get out, even though they try to say, "Oh, that's just a dev box," which obviously. If you look back over it, like especially the PS2, a lot of times those dev boxes come out because they're not region locked. So a lot of people love them because you can play imported games. You play games from anywhere on the dev boxes. They always look like the final product for the most part that they send to those teams. And this was probably the same case, and then it got such backlash. They were like, "Well, that was just a dev kit. That's not the real thing." And they're like, "We still got time. We can, change the design around, but keep the." The actual the inside the infrastructure the same. So
plus Microsoft, they already had a head start. They announced theirs 3 months before PlayStation did. That they even said they're working on anything. Xbox was like, "Yeah, we've been doing this for a good long time, and here's the name of it now. All right, we'll give you a concept about later." So I mean, they have a couple months ahead of them right now. So
I still think I would have liked to seen Halo. Like, I think that would have been like a big announcement. Just, okay, here's our flagship, shipping holiday 2020.
Well, I think they showed off.
I think it's kind of funny that PlayStation went that route. Well, like you said, they're probably just stalling in terms of they want to let people know what's coming, but let's just throw a game out there and see how people react to it. And the game looked pretty good for the first, I guess, announced PS5 game. It didn't look terrible by any means. I would like to see some gameplay, but the trailer looked hot. So,
we have some time.
Yeah, we got some. Hopefully, E3 to have a lot more to show of that.
I'm feeling that's probably where they're going to actually show off their console.
Yeah,
and I feel like Xbox
by then they
will
would
probably
have to be ready.
Bring out whatever their Halo's
it'll
be.
Yeah,
big E3 this year. That'll be good.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting if it's going to be backwards compatible. I think that's what everybody's looking to see if it's going to happen.
Doubt it,
but we'll see.
Maybe
there's a lot of PS4 games that come out leading up to the PS5. So I mean, if it's like
the PS4 wasn't backwards compatible because the PS4 doesn't have a Blu-ray drive in it, and the PS3 did. All the games were on Blu-ray, so
yeah,
it was like
PlayStation
they couldn't play
PlayStation Now though.
Yeah,
that's their way of getting.
So they're not going to be backwards compatible with the.
I mean, you say the same thing with Xbox with the Game Pass, but yet. They're still.
But if you have,
they're saying now that they're going to be backwards compatible.
Yeah,
Xbox was weird backwards compatible though, because they used an emulator, and then there's only certain games that you can play that's backwards.
But yeah, they're saying for the next one it will be backwards compatible, and pretty much anything.
The next Xbox.
That's what they're saying. That could change at any moment.
That's the weird part though, because if you say it's backwards compatible, that literally just means that it can play the older games. Doesn't mean that they're saying you can use the disc. And just like long as we can play the old games, we're technically backwards compatible because it can still play those old titles. So
from there, I had like a weird thought. So when Reggie went up there and gave a speech, it pretty much was saying that gaming is the biggest media format currently. And then they had J.J. Abrams and all that saying that Fortnite was going to have that Star Wars special.
That was not that great. I watched
it. It was definitely a move, and like seeing the fact that we actually kind of watched, I guess, a movie clip per se, and a video game was kind of dope. Like it was actually fully rendered out. It was in the game itself. thought that was pretty cool. But
Was it better than the This Is America they made back, like, what was it, last year? When the dude did the This Is America music video in Fortnite.
Wait, was that Fortnite or was that Overwatch?
You didn't watch that one where he started off and he shot him? He was like sitting down and...
It was Fortnite. It was
Fortnite?
Yeah, it was Fortnite.
Oh, okay. What did Overwatch?
Because remember at the end they were in the junkyard with the cars and they were all doing the dances.
Oh, yeah. I know Overwatch had something similar. I forget what song they did, but...
I don't remember what Overwatch, but I mean, as far as like production goes, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I don't know if they're able to do the behind the scenes of them doing it live from wherever studio they were actually in, because I guess the whole thing was live.
Well, This Is America was just like a content creator person who made that. It wasn't like the actual studio, behind the game, and obviously J.J. Abrams working together to make it. So I'm sure that one probably had a better look to it because they probably pumped God knows how much money into it.
Oh, of course. I thought it was interesting. The whole Fortnite thing was interesting, but it wasn't like, oh man, this is so cool. I'm gonna watch this for hours and hours again and again.
The concert was better to me.
Yeah, the concert was definitely better, but it was dope how they went.
Who's giving who the shot? Because the people behind Fortnite, I forget the guy's name, but he kind of made it seem like, he was just so honored to work with Disney and Star Wars, and I guess you have to put on that face. But if gaming is the biggest media format currently, you're having movie people hit you up to feature you. Who's giving who the shot? It's kind of, I know there's some give and take, but I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm guessing Fortnite probably really gave them the shot when you look at it, despite them giving off the vibe of, oh, it's Star Wars. We were just so happy to get this. We never thought we'd be able to do this in Fortnite, and that's like a really cool changing way, because you would think Star Wars, I mean, they do have their commercials and all that, but I don't think we've ever seen anything to this degree in terms of them using gaming to pump up movies.
I think they only
did it
using,
for Avengers.
I think they're only using Fortnite because of Fortnite's monetary structure. Like, the game is free, but yet people spend a bunch of money in the marketplace. And it's like every time they release skins, like when they release the NFL jerseys, Jordan, everything they release, people throw money at it. So if you get one of the most coveted licenses out there, which is Star Wars things, it's like, I'm pretty sure they're going to make a ton of money, and I'm sure Disney is getting a heavy cut of it. So it's pretty much like gave Disney a way to tap into that huge player base in Fortnite to say, here's some stuff, buy it, and then we'll cut you guys. They probably split it. I would say probably 70-30.
Probably.
Disney, of course.
Oh, you think Disney would get the 70?
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
Star Wars is I mean, that's a huge license to have. It's like getting a Marvel license or something like that. Like, everyone knows.
Both of them already.
Yeah, you have both. I mean, it's like, those are huge, huge licenses because everyone knows those people. I mean, I don't even watch Star Wars. I've never watched it growing up, but it's so huge, I can still tell you who the damn people are. Yeah. I've never watched a movie besides the one we went to go see with the girl in it. With the new Ray. What's her name? Ray? Yes. Yeah, see, I know her name, but that's the thing. Like, but I can still see every person and be like, oh, that's Han Solo. Oh, that's Chewbacca. Oh, that's Anakin Skywalker. Oh, that's Darth Vader. Oh, that's all these people. And, so it's like, but I don't watch it. That shows you, like, I guess the wide reach it has.
Yeah, I am curious to know who approached who, though. Because, I mean, we know that Fortnite started it with Thanos.
Well, yeah, they were already pretty much intertwined with that. So Disney and Fortnite had already kind of
they've already had that conversation. So I'm just curious.
That probably went well, and they were like, you did well with Marvel. Can you move this Star Wars for us? It's like they started them off with some weed, maybe a little coke, and then this was like, yo, we got this crack. We really need this crack in the streets, and the crack was Star Wars. And they was like, we can move that crack. Please, just give us a chance. Yeah, the blocks will be flooded.
I was gonna say, I mean, they had almost 2 million people on YouTube watching it, and then 1 million people on Twitch watching it.
The Fortnite thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, yeah.
So, like, they got the numbers. I'm just curious about
Imagine if you just got, like, 30% of those people to buy those $20 skin packages they're going to be selling.
Yeah. What was a lightsaber?
The lightsaber was free in game.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was after
okay.
the video.
Super drug dealer scheme. That first one is free because you go come back.
I would say if they make it a pickaxe, that would be. I'm sure everybody would buy it.
Oh wait, that's not what it is.
It was
it was a weapon.
Yeah.
I thought it was
a weapon.
I thought it was a pickaxe.
Yeah.
That's why I was like,
Now
I
you
don't know
hide
how much
shit,
it goes.
cutting down trees and shit.
Oh no,
No, you
yeah.
fight with it and you block with it. I know that's what they had going
That's
on.
even better though.
Yeah, I would say you do like all. It's simple moves. I mean, you get the Mace Windu one, and it actually says Mace Windu inside of it too, which I thought was actually pretty dope. Like it says Mace Windu's lightsaber, Kylo Ren's lightsaber, and I don't remember the other two colors. I think it was like green and blue.
So from there, we had Game of the Year. Were you shocked?
Hold on, let's hear from Keith on this question.
I
We
was
already know how you
very
feel
shocked.
because Overwatch took it that one
Guarantee
year.
none of you are more shocked than me. I didn't see what it was.
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I'm more shocked than all of you. But yeah, damn, I'm surprised that one.
Yeah.
I was like, let's hear from Keith because I feel like you thought there was a different game. I'm guessing.
I'm trying to remember.
I thought Death Stranding was going to get it the whole time.
Yeah,
I was like, well, that's probably going to get it. And for a difficulty-based game,
I figured it would too, Death Stranding, until I started playing it, and I was like, this isn't going to be Game of the Year. Not because it's not a good game, but it's just so different that I feel like it let people down because people thought it was going to be closer to Metal Gear Solid.
It was
and
hyped for like so many years.
Yeah, and it was not.
You were
It's
a
not
traveling
Metal
guy.
Gear Solid.
I felt the reason Sekiro, I didn't think either, well, I kind of didn't think either of those games were going to win. Well, I wouldn't have picked them. Sekiro because it's difficulty, and I was like, well, people...
It's like a niche crowd.
Yeah,
It's like people like
can't
Bloodborne.
really get down with that because you're having a hard time getting to the next story arc. So it's like, fuck, I've been sitting here for 2 hours trying to beat this damn boss. I can't even progress the
You
story.
got that guy that kills you in one hit from the sky.
Yeah, it's like, nah, it's straight struggle out here. And for Death Stranding, it's if I blink, I miss a huge story element, and then I'm just fucking lost.
And it's super confusing.
And it's super confusing. So I was like, for that reason, I don't know if Death Stranding's gonna get it because a lot of people couldn't fully grasp it.
Yeah,
And it just was hard to grasp.
It
So
takes a while.
and-
So if you're not really like bought in to like, I'm just gonna brute force my way through the confusing parts until I start to pick it up, you'll probably put it down.
But for those two reasons, I didn't think either of those games were gonna get it. And for a difficulty-based game, I was really shocked. But I like From Software. They do great work.
I was surprised to see Resident Evil 2 on there though, because that was a remake. If I'm not
Yep.
mistaken.
Mhm.
But it came
that's
out
what I
this
was
year.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I was just surprised that a remake was actually on
Well, it's
there.
like one of the different ones because they upgraded everything. Like
Yeah.
it looked really
It was
well.
such a remake. Anytime you redo PS1, they brought it up to current gen graphics. It wasn't like they did with like not knocking your game, but like Kingdom Hearts, or my game, Final Fantasy X. They redid 10 for the PS3 and the PS4, and it doesn't look that much better than the 2. It's like a little more polished, a little more smooth, but it's not PS4 graphics. They just put a new coat of paint.
Resident Evil probably even had to update the engine instead of just like assets and all, like some of the remakes. So that probably helped a lot.
Yeah, because it looked like in 2 they actually went more for the like Resident Evil 4 camera angle, like more to over the shoulder. And in 2 it was not like that on PS1. It was still like kind of the tanky controls from
And that's why I was trying to
1.
remember if they kept the tank controls or not in the remake. I never played it.
They might have. I didn't play it either, but they might have allowed you to go back to it because when they remade Onimusha for the PS4 this year,
Okay.
you could use regular controls, but you could also switch back to tank. And I thought that would be cool. Switch back to tank, and I was like, oh my god, this sucks. And I immediately went back to the new controls. That's just not as nice as I remembered it to be.
No, I hate tank controls.
Yeah, spinning in a circle and slowly move. God, this shit was terrible.
Oh, that sounds bad.
So we're finally at the moment I've been waiting for this whole time.
Okay.
All right.
How much y'all think Fast and Furious paid them for that final slot?
Oh.
You had to pay somebody to show that trailer. There's no way I would show that on gaming's biggest night. Not that as my final one. I might have started with that.
No.
I don't.
What makes it worse, the entire night, he's like, and we got a special thing for y'all at the end of the show. Like, he was like happy about it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Green Day and that.
Yeah, Green Day.
Oh, Green
He
Day.
overtook all of his
All right, Green Day, yes. He was like, man, and we got Green Day. and here's our next trailer. Show the trailer. Green. Show the trailer. I'm like,
because he knew what it was.
What?
He knew what it was.
I was about to say, like,
The most impressive thing to me about that whole thing was the chick who plays Dom's girlfriend.
Michelle.
I can't remember her name.
What's her name in the show?
Letty.
Letty. That's what it is. How composed she was after showing that complete dumpster fire, and she was like, "See, that's so cool. We're in a game now." And I was like, "You just seen that shit? Did you see that jump? That jump from that car?" After that, I was like,
What made it worse was Vin Diesel was happy about it too. He was just like, I'm in a game.
Yeah, because they probably paid him a nice check.
Whoa.
And he probably seen it and asked for more money. He was like, look at this shit. Yeah, extra $2 million after this. I didn't stop any cars with my bare hands. He probably does have that superpower in the game.
Probably does.
Ugh, slow down.
I can't believe they did Tyrese like that, though.
Dog, they fucked Tyrese. I swear Rock was behind the design process for Tyrese. I was like, oh, fuck him up more. Fuck him. I don't even want to recognize him.
Did he already announce his name in the trailer?
Nah, did they say his name?
Yeah, he's Rome.
They said Ron on that because I was wondering if they just replaced him.
No, it's his voice.
It's his voice and everything.
So I feel like he submitted all his lines, and then they were like, "Okay, that's cool." And Rock found out he was actually in the fucking game too. And he was bitch. And he changed him. He was just like, keep generating black people until I find the one I hate the most. He's like, make him look like that. Yo, he looks terrible.
It was so bad. I'm sitting there thinking I'm watching a PS2 trailer right there. Like, it was.
Everyone else was kind of close. Like Vin Diesel, his model didn't look good at all.
Vin Diesel was the best out of them all.
Exactly. You could look and be like, that's Vin Diesel.
Like,
that's Dom, I guess.
I couldn't tell it was Letty or whatever. Like, I'm sitting there like,
yeah, I didn't make
it weird.
I didn't make Letty out either. There was some
weird.
strange chick. I didn't know who she was, but I haven't seen like the
There were a few strangers in there. I think
Okay.
There was random people.
I thought maybe they were from like the latest Fast and the Furious, so I was like, maybe that's why I don't know.
But yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah,
If that sells,
I didn't.
I
watch
pray to
it.
God it doesn't.
I think
It's not gonna sell. I mean, it like we were talking about before. Roger said it's the classic movie game.
Yeah.
Like you look at it, and be like, good God, like you held up the standard of shitty movie game to a T. But when I said the characters, I was like, maybe people I missed because like I didn't see the last one where they saved Earth from those invading aliens. So that's the new one.
So I have two hopes for this game.
That's the new one.
When we were watching it on the stream, I mentioned I was hoping it would say mobile. And I was like, okay, if that was mobile, I would be happier for it.
True.
And then when they announced that, now my hope is, I hope it's an arcade game
It's a
or
PS5
something.
title. PS5 and Xbox X series.
So that's what my hope this is actually like one of them arcade just download games that I'm hoping is like $20 and that would make it.
It's being sold by Bandai and Namco. That's going to be about $40, $50 right there.
I really hope that the next one is them fighting aliens from space to save Earth.
And
they assemble Dodge Chargers all together and make a Megazord. Or they call it something else, like the Fast 5 Zord.
The worst trailer still today is him moving a freaking nuke with his hand on thin ice.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like,
Until you see him hit the Nike button and it does a special slash that wins and saves Angel Grove. They take it to Angel Grove in the next one.
I guess.
5 Power Rangers with attitude.
Who makes these movies? Who's the producer of these movies?
I don't know.
I know.
He's probably at home like, this motherfucker's a genius. Did these aliens from space? Space. It's space in all caps. Real big. Space. Yes.
Power Rangers crossover?
Yes. We get the license. Can Dom morph? If their suit big enough to contain his manliness, the Rock suit would have to be even better. Because you know the Rock hates Vin Diesel. They don't like each other.
I thought they made up now.
No, Vin Diesel found a man bigger than himself. He couldn't take it. Notice how big the Rock looks. He's so much bigger than Vin Diesel. Vin used to be the man in the old ones.
He was.
Until Rock got put in there. Seeing Vin bomb, I was like, ooh, Vin, you're so small.
Then you add in Jason Statham right there too, and it's just like, Vin Diesel starting to slowly move
They
away.
is fading him away. Poor
Like-
Vin.
He made that series, and now they're like, we have The Rock.
Yeah, they spent too much time being Groot. Yeah, they made him so small. They made him smaller. That was The Rock too. Give him the Groot lines. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'm Groot, the next big movie." I was like, "Fucking idiot! Look how small you are."
I don't know. He might get paid way more than Fast and Furious to do them lines.
He might. That was The Rock phasing him out.
Ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, I forgot he's Groot.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is. All right, cool.
Damn. Where was I?
I don't know.
Yes. How does everyone feel about these people getting sued? Now, for context, for those at home,
Yeah, I would like context.
I was about to say, I would definitely like some
getting sued.
context here. We just went
is
from...
it Game? I think it's Game Freak is the actual company
I remember
who's
you
suing
talking
Are you talking
the
about
people who
the
released
leakers?
the it was a strategy guide
The
that they
leakers.
released, but it showed information about the Pokédex.
Yeah, they ended up leaking it. Like
Somebody who leaked Street Fighter information just went on Twitter and put out like a super apology to Capcom.
Yeah.
So they probably sent him that letter. There's another person being sued as well for just leaking information. And currently, how does everyone feel about these companies suing these individuals for the leaks?
I mean, Game Freak went into this entire Pokemon game with the whole thing of, we don't want nobody to know all the Pokemon that we have. We don't want nobody to know what they can do, all of that. Within that first week of the game being released on Nintendo Switch, I think it was released. Everybody just started downloading it. You couldn't play it at the time, so I guess pre-release. And they went into the files and they grabbed everything. And then they were like, hey, here's this. This is what's going to happen in the game.
So they did what everyone does.
Yeah.
For every game.
But essentially, they were just like, we're not going to... The whole thing of this time was, we're not going to tell you anything. You're going to have to figure it all out on your own. Like, they wanted it to be a surprise. That didn't last long. So now I know they're going after people's Discords. If you post anything with any kind of spoilers in it, you can probably get wrapped into that lawsuit. I think YouTube and Twitter as well are the next things they're going to try to go for. I think it's more so for the people that released the information, not so the people that covered it. So that'll be interesting. But, I mean, you're a company, you can do it. I don't see what's wrong with it. I mean, you're an idiot if you're thinking that you can just release this information and not get in trouble. So,
yeah, I feel like what you're saying. I mean, obviously, it's very true. Like, they have every legal right to sue you because you released disclosed confidential information to that company without their permission. So that by itself, you are easily suable for that. And it's just like, because it's so common now for people to like just like data mine game, do all this stuff to figure out everything in the game and release it. I think people forget that if the company hasn't put that information out there yet and they don't want it out in the public, and then you release it, like, yeah, they can go after you financially for any type of like financial ramifications they take because you leak some stuff, even if especially if it's non-flattering to them. But to go back to drugs, because I'm going to do that for this whole one. It's kind of like how weed is legal in states. People forget that weed is still federally illegal. Yeah. So they can still arrest you for it anytime they want because it's not federally legal. But it's just so accepted now in certain states that you think, oh, this is fine. Like, this isn't illegal. No, it is. They're just not coming after you for it. But they could because you're technically breaking the law. Because that law didn't change. So
I'll play devil's advocate here. I do not feel this way at all. But do you feel that the leakers actually give them a helping hand? By leaking something, they can see how people react to it. And then it's, oh no, like, Street Fighter, for instance, when he was releasing character packs and which characters are going to be in the pack. And if certain characters aren't, received very well, you can just say, hey, take him out. Put this one in instead. Okay, people, like this more. Now, granted, he's kind of done like some research for you in terms of what people were looking for and what's actually going to sell a little better by leaking it out. Now, in the Pokemon case, no. That's not a case where this works.
Well, the only time that works is if you guys have an agreement. Like, he's going to leak it, so it's a leak. Yeah. You don't want anyone leaking information you don't know is going to be out there. That doesn't... Yeah. It may help you, but it could be very destructive as well. Yeah, so you're like, I don't want to just roll that dice. Like, most leaks are leaks. The company is actually getting that information out.
Yeah.
Want to see what's going on. Want you to think it's some secrets that came out. They're just, like you said, doing kind of market research. Like, how do they feel about this? And maybe they can change it if it's just terrible.
Mm.
Right.
That's your...
I didn't have much on that one. I was still trying to go back on the previous statements of the if it's the illegal part of it. It's hard. I think they're going to phase out pre-loading games in general, though, to help stop the data, because it is a weird line of like, I can't release stuff that's on my hard drive. It's a weird balance on that, like the Pokemon one when it.
But you don't own it.
Yeah, but it's like weird, like saying your hard drive, you have sections of your database, your hard drive you can't do anything with. Like, it's a weird thing. Like, you shouldn't release it. I'm not saying that, oh, you have every right. Mm-hmm. It's just it's weird to control it too, of like, oh, you can download it and you can view it and all, but you can't say anything about it. But everyone can download it anyway. Like, it's a weird technology line, I guess. Like, a legal line, it makes sense, but technology wise, it's like, well, my files are on this hard drive I can look at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so it's
because I think Game Freak is going at not necessarily going after people that data mined it, but the people that had the information.
They had pre-access to the game.
See, pre-access, that's.
So I think it's those people that are going after.
Most time they have to sign NDAs anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of times they sign them. Yeah, that's how you get.
But it still happens like crazy.
Yeah, because there's a guy on 4chan. This is how it kind of started. A guy on 4chan back in May or April of this year. He was like, there is going to be 3 Pokemon. They all have different evolution lines. The second one is going to be, I think this one was for Grookey, the grass starter. He was like, second one has a twig in his hand, and then it evolves into have a drum on his back with a twig, and it just looks like a Super Saiyan 3 Goku thing. Like, and then he started going into details about everything. Then he started going into story details too. He was like, Hop is your name of your rival. He does this. And eventually, you end up getting this. Like, he was kind of being vague, but very specific about what was going to happen. And then he was like, "Oh, a trailer's coming out in a couple of days." A trailer came out and revealed all that stuff. Like, he said it beforehand, like a few months beforehand. But in that case, yeah, I think they're going after him more so than anybody else. But it was bad. He was like, and then 2 months later, he was like, "All right, here come the starter evolutions. This is the name of them. Here's what they look like." And they took like pictures and everything. It was bad.
You see, the dude for Street Fighter was pretty much doing the same thing, except it was on his Twitter. So he was like, "Oh, at the Capcom Cup Championship, they're going to release Gil, and you'll see the new Street Fighter Arcade or Championship Edition." He's like, "That's all going to drop." So then when the event happened, it like came all as he said it would. So it kind of like lessened the impact of all of this, and people kind of had reservations about Gil anyways. They're like, we didn't care for Gil all that much. Don't really want him, so I think that also
Did
fucked
you feel
up.
that way? Or did you still play Street Fighter? Really?
No, I haven't played Street Fighter all that much. So to get back to the
original, the devil's advocate question of like it, like it kind of helps fans a little bit, but I would feel the company wouldn't have to do it. Like some companies will kind of do a pre-release or talk to the community of like, hey, we plan on doing this with the game. Do y'all like that? Stuff like that, instead of relying on leakers, because like I said, you're breaking your NDA. Like, that's, I'm assuming everyone had to sign one to know that information.
Some people say they have sources within the company, and that person is just
again someone with an NDA is messing up.
Having a source in the company that gives you the information is actually even worse.
Because then once they start that investigation, it gets, that's it for you, man. Because then they'll put your name out there too, and it's like, we don't want you working here if you're going to start leaking information to press.
Yeah, true.
So it's like,
But that's why that dude like deleted his, because he was called X Kira, and he like deleted his Twitter account, but then he made a new one called Y Kira. Really weird. But
I was going to say, it don't matter if you delete it. Twitter still has access. I was going to say, Twitter still has access. So
hiding in plain sight, you know.
I guess.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, Twitter could be like, that this whatever created this account, then deleted it, and then he created this account. Yeah, the same guy.
Yeah, like it's like, and in this case, I'm pretty sure they would have to go through legal ramifications first before they can ask Twitter for that, because that's what Game Freak did. They went through their legal options, and they were like, all right, we're gonna ask Discord, and I don't know if 4chan was part of it. I know Discord for a fact was part of it though. They're like, yeah, we want these people's usernames. We want to know who exactly they are.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to sue them for money, but I feel like they're going to they want to strike the fear in people to stop it now.
I think they're trying to just cut off the leakers itself, like the source. That's generally what most people go after.
Mm.
Yeah, they're not going after the people that reported on, all these people that made YouTube videos like, hey, I just saw this information. Here's what I thought about it. I don't think they're going to go after them unless they were a part of that initial source of that leak. I just know they're going after the source of the people, whoever started it all, like whoever did that. They're not going to go after the people reporting it.
So before we move on, were you upset with the Pokédex, the not being able to catch every Pokemon?
I'll let Terry go last because Terry probably has the most knowledge on this. So I'll go first because I probably have the least because I haven't really played Pokemon since like Gen 2, which I think was Gold, Silver, Crystal. Mm-hmm. That's 2. See, but I'm real good at the first ones, but that last one's no. But I wasn't disappointed, but only because, like I said, I haven't played in so long that I don't really know what I'm missing, I guess is a good way to word it. So all these Pokemon are completely new to me. And since they don't have the ones from like White and Black, X and Y, and however many other ones I've missed, Omega, Sapphire, whatever, I don't miss them because I never really played those ones, so I don't know much about them. But I thought it was fine to me, but like I said, I'll get mine out the way first. That way they can take over.
I didn't mind it too much either. I forgot how much is the total number now.
Out of all the Pokemon?
Yeah.
Like 880.
Yeah, I was about to say, I knew it was like near 700, 800.
In the game?
No, just in
general?
Yeah,
in general. Okay.
So that would just be ridiculous. That feels very grindy to collect them all and do all that.
Wait, how many is the total count?
882 or something.
Oh, okay.
That would be hard to put in the game. Imagine how many random encounters you would get in a little area.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, they said they didn't fill out the Pokédex because of the graphics of the game, which I don't believe that one too well. But the game does look amazing, and I enjoyed it. So, like, I kind of like the balance because it's 400.
Yeah, it's 400 total.
So, like, right now, I just finally beat the game and encountered 160. So it's like, okay, that was a good balance to me. I almost got half the encounters. If I really care about the Pokedex, I still have a long way to go.
So that 400 is included in the 882? For the total Pokemon in the whole Pokemon universe?
Yeah.
That's crazy that one game has half, pretty much, of all known Pokemon.
So, yeah, there's some Pokemon that's like, oh, it'd been cool to have, but I'm not like, oh, this sucks because it doesn't have this. I felt like I have a wide range of the Pokemon enough, so I didn't mind it too much either.
Quick question for the ignorant ones, such as myself and maybe you. It's okay to be ignorant. We'll get this information for you. Is there anyone in the game that has a Pokemon you can't catch?
No.
Like Professor Oak out there with an Arcanine, but you can't get a Growlithe or something like that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, every game has that where no matter what Pokemon you see, you can probably catch it if it's in game or somehow get it from somewhere else. As far as like the whole,
no trainer has one of the Pokemon. Like say if you got Sword, they won't have one that's.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well,
okay.
Yes.
I was about to say because they used to do that.
You
back
won't
in
have
Red
one
and Blue.
you couldn't see one that you couldn't get at all, no matter
what.
Okay. So I guess in this case, I don't really care that they cut out some of the Pokemon from, in my opinion. I mean, you probably are not gonna play with all 800 Pokemon. Yeah. And then also incorporating that into the game itself. I'm pretty sure the reason why they cut it is the wild area, which is it looks as large as if you're looking at Breath of the Wild and just one location.
And it's crowded already.
Yeah, and that's crowded already because you can see, if you're online, you see everybody moving around you. You see every Pokemon that's in the overworld.
Oh, you can see other players.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
you can connect online. I was yelling at Terry. I'm like, what the crap is happening? Because my frames drop. There's people running around.
And that's the problem. Your frames drop.
Oh, wow.
And it doesn't matter if you're online or offline. Like, the wild area itself is not optimized for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
I like the concept. The concept is amazing. But that whole area sucks if you start running into a whole bunch of Pokemon at once.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care that they cut that many Pokemon. They probably should have gave a better reason than graphics. Because, I mean, the game looked amazing. But that's probably not the reason you should probably give. Because half the part in the game you can't enter anyway. Like
you probably couldn't give the real reason.
Probably not.
Which is switch limitations.
Well, I wonder in the wild area too, because you do see a lot of the same Pokemon together. I wonder if that's where optimization was coming in. They're trying to just load up one. I'm curious.
Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
1,000 of blue guy.
Yeah.
I'm curious if that was the limitation, because I didn't really pay attention to sprites, if they're like kind of moving the same. Like maybe there's like 3 of them that's just doing the same motion and just repeat it.
I just hope Dynasty Warriors Pokemon is a thing, but keep going.
Kill Dynasty. That game has lived far too long on the same.
Or you have a Pokemon Dynasty Warriors where you're Pikachu and you just fight thousands of Charizards.
I'm wondering what you would fight. Just Team Rocket people.
Dynasty Warriors have infiltrated Nintendo already with Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
Same concept.
But yeah, as far as like, I don't care that they cut them. They probably should give a better reason, but it is what it is. But I thought the Pokemon that they included were pretty dope. I mean, they gave some new forms to a couple old Pokemon. They gave a new evolution to old Pokemon as well that you think should have at least had one. Farfetch got one. Zigzagoon got one. Koffing got a new Galarian form for Weezing.
That's weird that Zigzagoon didn't evolve. I mean, not playing, but just seeing it would make me think it would evolve. What was the thing that evolved to a ferret?
That is, Zigzagoon.
No. Then he been at an evolution.
He has a third evolution now.
Oh, a third one.
Yeah, he has a third, and he has a Galarian form now as well. So he's no longer what he was in the previous games.
What's a Galarian?
It's essentially the Galar form.
Yeah,
so the Galar region.
Oh, so kind of
like Ponyta's fairy.
It's kind of like the
Alolan ones.
Alolan,
yeah. Where they went to a new region and then they started to evolve because of the climate. Same thing here. They went to a different region and now they're starting to evolve because of whatever atmosphere. Yeah,
that did mess me up in one fight because they're like Rapidash. I'm like, oh, so this water poke. Oh, no, I forgot.
There's something. Yeah,
not that at all.
Oh, wow.
But I like, as far as the graphics go in the game was amazing. You can definitely tell they put a lot of work into the background of the game, as far as like being able to see off into the distance.
All right, our Pokemon tangent is now over.
Well, before we leave Pokemon, since you caught all the Pokemon, did they even like you guys played online? Did they show anything by your name that says you completed your Pokedex?
I haven't looked and seen. I haven't, because there's a league card, and inside the league card you can trade that to other people, and it tells you how many Pokemon they caught and how.
But you didn't get I've seen the league cards out. You can make your own and stuff, but there's no league card that becomes available when you do that. Pretty much, you could just be like Pokemon Master or whatever.
I would have to look.
I've
barely messed with
it. Yeah, something. Yeah. I mean, it should be something. That's a lot of Pokemon to catch.
Yeah, I've barely messed with the league.
You should get some type of flex to be like, yo.
Or an outfit or something.
Yeah, something.
I don't know.
So when people see you immediately, they're like, damn, that dude filled out the whole Pokedex.
You get that cert that's on the screen.
They've been doing that since Pokemon Gen 1.
Yeah, you always get the certification, and now you get the shiny charm too. So I don't know. I have to go back and look and see if you do get a special league card. I do know you get a special one if you played Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I do know that one, and you get one for being the Elite Four and stuff like that, but I don't know about the Pokedex one.
Elite Four.
I'm sorry. The tournament, the league tournament or whatever.
Let's give some flowers.
Wait, what?
I have no idea what this means.
What this means either.
What is your personal game of the year, or game that you think people should give a shot to?
Oh God, now I gotta think.
I'm gonna say, you put this on the spot. Keep you going first on that one. Yeah,
moderator and
you're going first on that one.
Well, I guess mine is gonna be Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I think I give it that. Unfortunately for that, it won't get Game of the Year next year. I would have liked it, to be in the running this year, but you came out too late. You got some hitters on you next year. Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Halo.
Yeah, I'll say whatever. PlayStation 5.
PlayStation had 3 good games coming out like 2 months each one. I'm trying to remember the order.
Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, that's going on.
Yeah, Star Wars, I love you, but you're not going to win. I can probably guarantee that. But nonetheless, I think it's a great game. Amazing that it's canon. Oh, that's the other crazy part. If you love Star Wars, it's canon now. That's how good that game is. They made it a Star Wars story. Go play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It's great.
Oh, I'm next.
I guess.
Oh, okay. Mine isn't a game. Mine isn't a console. Because the future is not in a box.
Wait, hold on. Before you keep going, I will say that was one good thing I liked about the Stadia commercials. They weren't serious at all. Like it was like they know their lane. It wasn't that they were going at Sony or Microsoft.
Oh,
they
took
took some jabs, huh?
What you mean they know their lane?
They know their lane.
You dare speak down.
They know their lane.
No, well, honestly though, obviously not now. I mean, I would say probably better to
You probably can't even get it now.
Yeah, you can still buy the Premiere edition.
You can? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Same price as the Founders Edition, I believe, right?
I think it was, yeah.
And I think it's like $130 for the controller. And, I mean, you get a Google Ultra Chromecast or Chromecast Ultra, whatever, and the controller. The controller's like $60-$70 by itself. And I believe...
But you could use if you had a PlayStation or Xbox, you could.
You can, but it's not. You don't. It works, but it's not going to work.
Okay.
I mean, the reason why I say that is it increases the input delay. Now, when I play with the controller, because the controller is its own connection to your router, so it's sending it straight to your router. When you introduce the PlayStation 4 controller or Xbox controller or whatever, it kind of like sends it to what you're playing, and then it goes up. So it's like it adds like an extra layer. So, but it's easier if you just use the controller. But yeah, if people who haven't tried it out, like my experience with it has been great. Like I haven't had any issues out of it so far. And I don't play it the way Google tells you to play it. Like if you're Wi-Fi, you're supposed to be in the room with your router. I'm not in the room with my router. Granted, I do have a really good router, so that could overcome it. I don't know. Or the perfect situation is play wired, which I don't play wired. But not because I can't. I'm just lazy, I guess. But it's. I feel like if people play it, now I don't play PC, but for a console standpoint, like I couldn't tell the difference. And it, like I said, it just came out. And the best part was the convenience. Like to be able to buy a game and then play it immediately, like that felt so crazy to me to be able to do that because you can't do it. Like even if you went to the store and bought a game, you put it in the PlayStation or the Xbox, you gotta wait for it to install. And then I guarantee you, especially if it's a used game, or it could be a day one game, you're still going to have patches. If it's a used game, you're going to have even more because you got to download everything that came out with it if you want to play online. So it's like, when you buy a game from Stadia, no matter if it's new, old, whatever, like that shit is instantly available at all times.
You buy a used game on Stadia?
I mean, if it's old, like say if you bought, like a lot of the games they put on has already been out for a while.
Like Tomb Raider.
So if you went and bought that now from a store, you're gonna have all those past updates waiting on you. So, but with Stadia, you never will have an update to have because you're just remoting into a server that's already been updated. It's always available and patched to what it's supposed to be. But and there's no storage.
Yeah.
Like these games are great, but they eat your storage up on your PlayStation. So I feel like that should be something people should give a shot. I mean, it's only $130.
Well, next year it'll be free.
Yeah, next year it'll be free. I mean, so you still have to buy the hardware.
Well, you can play on your computer and all. You don't need that.
I feel like the Chromecast is the best experience, though. I don't feel. I mean, the browser is cool, but I don't feel like it's better than playing it through the Chromecast. And with the browser, I don't think you can play 4K.
You can. Yeah, you can.
You can? I thought it was limited.
I just don't have a 4K TV. That's why I never hit it, but I remember there was an option for that.
But yeah, so Stadia.
All right, Roger, give you tulips.
I was trying to think what games came out this year, but a game I did like I played was my friend Pedro. That was actually pretty good. It was hyped for like a year or two, and it kind of lived up to it. I wouldn't say it's like a extremely great game, but I had a lot of fun with it. It's pretty violent, kind of cool with the slowdown controls. So you just it's a 2D game, and there'll be a bunch of bad guys. You have to go in slow motion, shoot everyone. It's just fun. Like there's not much of a story. It's a little weird of a story, but I enjoyed it a lot. That was like my little sleeper game, I guess I enjoyed.
Yeah. I feel like one day we should try to flesh out the the oddities in gaming, for instance, how Asbury and I got into this long-winded argument about Death Stranding versus Devil May Cry, and his feeling that, because I don't appreciate Death Stranding, that like my tastes are poor or something like that. And it was like, no, I just love Devil May Cry. I don't know what the hell this is, and it just was really.
Let's not bring up Asbury and his favorite movies.
It was really weird. It was very odd. It was like I don't know what the hell's going on here, but nonetheless, when I saw your My Friend Pedro video and all that, it looked very fun.
Yeah,
reminded me of a game I used to play a long time ago called Wet. But that's neither here nor there. It was a very repetitive, very terrible game.
I never played it. But...
it was a very repetitive.
Did you play it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Possibly one of the worst games I've ever played, but I enjoyed the gameplay of it. The story was god awful, but
oh, me? Oh.
Yeah.
No, the other person that's like.
I mean, I'm not gonna call this like a game of the year, but it's.
I mean, it's yours.
Definitely no. It's not my game of the year either.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, this is more so just like on the aspect of if you haven't played it, might as well play it. It's between Kingdom Hearts 3 or Pokemon Sword and Shield, to be honest. A lot of people.
What is your game of the year if not those two?
I don't know. I haven't sat down and thought about it.
Don't argue with Terry's logic.
I haven't sat down and thought about it.
Resident Evil 2.
There we go, Resident Evil 2. A lot of people gave flack to Pokemon Sword and Shield because of the whole not having all 800 Pokemon and all that other crap. Still a pretty good game. You'll probably get a good 40, 50 hours out of it if you take your time and just go through the story. I say it's worth picking up. Whatever you do after that, yeah, that is what it is. You can either do after game stuff, or if you do competitive stuff too, it's not bad. And then of course Kingdom Hearts 3, because it's Kingdom Hearts 3. There's nothing else for that one.
Did have some of the best production.
It did.
Very great production.
So
yeah, I didn't play it. So
it was well produced.
There you go. Go play it.
I don't know. I feel like I'm too far behind. I don't know any of the story. And that's one of those games I don't want to
the story.
It does a good job of wrapping everything up.
Terry will give you multiple
Kingdom
copies
Hearts
of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, he definitely has enough. Furnish it all out.
Nobody knows what the story is. It's okay.
But that's going to be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you're having a great holiday season. Good tidings. Hope you're healthy. All that stuff. Rather than not, it's not
Hope you
this off.
subscribe. I mean,
Subscribe.
Merry Christmas.
Subscribe.
Hope you're supporting us as much as you physically can.
Donation page down there too.
Donation pages everywhere, all over the screen. Donate.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us. As usual, you know the drill. Peace, be easy, be blessed. Happy holidays.